altitude, 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 altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, pull up, pull up. 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 Pull up, pull up.
Points into that waypoint editor.
It's more of an input rather than an export. I think it's saying that Engine's actually messaged the guy about. But yeah, it's basically you just have to enter them in manually, save them as a profile, and then you just share it with the group. Yeah, it's a bit of a tedious job.
So you have to manually put in the waypoints, and then it creates that string. Which
Yeah,
others you can.
Yeah, you basically create like a waypoint list on the waypoint editor, create save profile, and then the top left you have the option to create a string, and then you just send it, and then anyone can copy it and import string, and it will transfer that profile over to them. But initially, yeah, you do have to just enter in all those waypoints manually, which can be tedious, especially when it's like 3 separate flights. Because I got it wrong on the dead flight, and sadly, actually not sadly, it didn't bother me, but Slippy and Engines got the final waypoint string that I made, and therefore there were errors on it, and they went way off course because waypoint editor told them they're basically going to Alaska. The waypoint editor, yeah, I think the waypoint took you like 5 or 10 miles in like off where you originally meant to be or something.
Yeah, so it's per my message. I didn't have the home plate mission to find out what defences were at Beslan or anything. So there's no strategy. It was just
flying bomb.
The only thing I knew was the direction of the runway, and I just put us in an oblique angle there. So worst case scenario, we'll just do a CCIP drop of dumb bombs.
11 Squadron might be.
I'm just about to jump. I can jump in. Hang on.
Oh, these speeds.
Speeds?
See, you've not made my life easy, have you?
I heard we couldn't go charging around the flat deck anymore.
What's this?
I thought the new engine model made high speeds with heavy loads unrealistic.
Oh yeah, the speeds.
Well, they made them realistic.
They were all in. Is it true speed, not continuous speed?
Calibrated.
I'm trying to remember which one. It's fine. I used to do it all the time. Say used to. I still do it.
You can. Yeah.
Well,
you still got 10 minutes of naughty time.
CAS.
Yeah, I always used to confuse it because I was like, well, it's the CAS speed. You don't want that because that's what you go to X round with. And then I was wondering why they were always wrong. Engine's just like, no, that's wrong. Yeah, so basically it's like 420s, kind of I guess like the max we can realistically get to continuously with weapons.
Oh yeah. So I think I had 360 ingress all the way, 420 from the IP, and then 480 buster once all the bombs are gone.
Yeah. To be fair, you can get to like 520 or something once you're like basically clean. Because I know when we did that dead op, me and Shakespeare were like going at like 540, 520, like absolutely slamming it down. Even though we were at 102 RPM, but still, it was like a rocket.
121.0, did you say?
121.75.
121.75.
I checked into 121.75.
Okay.
Shut up, Betty.
Is it called Betty and the Harrier?
I think it's Betty on all of them.
Elizabeth?
Okay,
Harriet.
So I can see.
Harriet.
I'm connected. I can see you.
Well, I know Betty's a real person, isn't it? Well,
I don't see you on
Betty,
frequency
yeah.
on 121.
the woman who actually voiced it, this little video on YouTube of her, which is quite funny actually. It's quite interesting as well.
Do you know why it's a woman?
Go on.
Blokes take notice.
Because back in the day, it would always be a man's voice on the radio, so there'd be no, you would never get confused if you heard a woman's voice. You knew it was your plane talking and not something over the radio.
I think there was also some human-machine interface studies and that would take, or PVI studies that took place as well that made them realise that pilots actually listen to a woman's voice. They'd be more likely to actually react to it, as opposed to if they just heard a man's voice, they would be less likely to. The theory being that they go, well, you don't tell me what to do, I know better type thing, like masculine mode. Whereas it's like being told what to do by your mum.
Yeah, but it's like you go into like autopilot and go like, oh yeah, it's a woman telling me what to do.
12175. I don't see you on that frequency.
I'm on 121.750 AM. I'm on okay, server 2
I'm
for
on server 2. I can see you on the client list. And I can see the AWACS panel's up. I'm connected. I'm just going to restart SRS.
right. Okay.
What aircraft can we actually? What aircraft can we spawn at Veslin? Is it just flankers?
I don't know.
It'd be nice to have something that we could actually possibly fight, rather than be beyond visual range weapons.
Also, I've seen CW might be able to help out with this. If you've got LotATC and DCS up running at the same time, SRS shows me that the game's connected, but LotATC is not. I need to do something different.
No, you just have to have the appropriate server connections on the server settings. I haven't.
How's your face engines?
Face is okay.
Can't get any worse.
Yeah, precisely. It's healing up. It's just starting to go a nice colour of yellow right now. My hands was actually physically hurting, but the concussion is still having an effect. I'm getting really tired really quickly, which is not normal. But
were you involved in an accident?
yeah, I took a fall while running down a hill because I'm an idiot.
Oh. Yeah. That sounds painful.
Yeah.
Falling past like 12 really hurts.
Yeah, especially when you've got mass and momentum to contend with and you're not a kid anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I remember as a kid, like, throwing myself down hills and it being fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it on a concrete sidewalk, though.
Oh, no, not at all.
I don't know. Wear a helmet, have a few beers. I can't see anything wrong with
A helmet.
I'm just making the waypoint editor file, so give me like 2 minutes.
But that's my FPS going to drop back down to 25 again. What is it?
All right, let's update your FSR file. Maybe that helps. And if not, then we'll have to get rid of it altogether. There is a new link, and I shall give it.
Is there an updated FSR file?
Yeah.
FSR?
I don't know.
New shaders?
No, not shaders. The new unicorn around the block.
Oh. Are we chasing the latest magical FPS increase?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, we are. But it's. I don't know what's better.
Deep learning super sampling.
Yeah.
Well, they got DLSS on there. I suppose that only is useful for.
Yeah, but that's for
the AMD version that's free for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. Oh yeah, okay, that rings a bell now.
Yeah, and they made it work with DCS in a mod kind of thing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and it does work, but it's, I think, very personal if you think it's better. I don't know. I don't know anymore at this point.
It's like, yeah.
Okay. Hound Etiz? Who's that?
I just disconnected.
Okay. I see somebody else is connected, but they're Hound EHTIZZ. Oh no, they've gone as well.
So both of the files. Okay, sorry.
It's a big file. Well, download zip.
Hold on, what are you downloading? Hold on.
Oh, it's not a big file. 90, 100.
Hold on. Sorry. So wait, hold on. Before you do anything, I think I'm saying the wrong thing. Here, this one. That's more clear. Just the one. Kilobytes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the thing I downloaded was 100. Got it.
Yeah. Then both files into your DCS world bin folder. And then it's going to replace those two files within the folder. And then you just hit yes. Maybe that fixes it. Because I don't have the 25 FPS thing. I do have like chronic low 40s at the moment, but not 25. It's interesting because this hunt for FPS has been part of my gaming life, well, forever, up until the last few years, and then because then I don't know, it became less important. This technology advanced or whatever, and then VR knocked on the door, and it all started all over again.
It's a curse.
Yeah, sitting here trying to find all the FPS, and there is none.
And it's like, well, throw money at the problem.
Yeah.
This makes you feel sick.
Mhm.
Engines, can you remember what your license key for LotATC, what file format that came in?
It was a file called LotATC.key, and it came from an email dart@lotatc.com.
Yeah, I've got a link, but it's trying to open it as a file, so it's a .key file.
Well, right click on the link, click Save As, and then put it in the directory that needs to go in, which is your user profile, LotATC data, and then client.
So copy link address, is that what you're saying?
No, right click, it should have Save Link, or Save As, or something like that, Save Link As.
Save link as.
Yeah, and then it should come up with a dialog, then go use that dialog to navigate to C, users, whatever your user profile is, LotATC, and then also LotATC data, and then client, I think.
Right, string file is up in the briefing channel.
Ooh, well done.
Once it's in, just double check it because that was a speed input.
Well done, my man.
I'm getting very good at putting waypoint editor files together.
Yes, that's the quality.
By the time I get to it, it'll update, so it takes it straight from combat flight, and I'll be made redundant.
I may, if they don't get a move on with that combat flight data cartridge function that they said they were going to do, I might see, because you can export like .csv and JSON data from that, so it wouldn't be too difficult to put together a little script that converts that into JSON format that the DCS waypoint editor can read.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, you did that Gazelle one, didn't you?
Yeah.
50 FPS.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
Fucking 50. Doubled my FPS.
Yeah, that was broken, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So they introduced something new where everything outside the center of your visual cone is now more blurry. So that they render at like whatever, a percentage less around the center of your view.
If you hear something that sounds like somebody dying, just please excuse me.
We ignore it.
So are you positive, mate?
No, I'm not positive. I got given a negative, but at the same time, I have this cough, which is basically a chest infection, which I just find it very sus. To be honest, it's a bit too convenient.
They you get pinged by your TNT? Is that the track and tracer?
I did get pinged, and I think I know exactly how I got pinged and who I got pinged by. But still, like, even though I know I couldn't have really got it from them, because unless COVID really became some absolute monster of a virus. But I went to go see my friend, one of my friends, when I was in Sheffield, and he had COVID, but we basically stood outside his house while his windows were all closed, and he stood by the window, and we basically shouted at one another. But because technically speaking, I was within like 3 meters of him, in a sealed environment, track and trace doesn't know that, so it was like, Pat, you were this close to a positive person, you need to isolate.
So it was a Bluetooth
Yeah,
thing.
it's a Bluetooth proximity is how it works. So I think
Oh, that's
you have,
impressive.
yeah, that's what I've been told. But then again, I'm like, nah, this is from the government, so I find that sus.
There'd be a fucking
Yeah.
riot if they did that over here. They'd be fucking infringing on my citizen liberties.
I don't know. You did just mention putting coffee in a microwave, so
Well, I made it like 3 hours ago and it's cold.
make another one.
I only drink black coffee, so it doesn't. It microwaves well. It's not like it's got bovine lactations in it or anything.
I only drink black coffee, but still, that's just that's a monstrosity.
Oh, do behave.
You're lucky not flying unless you're capturing an A9.
Fucking ops normal for you then.
To be fair, it's CW ends up shooting friendlies in the back in the pattern.
No. that one time.
You fuck one sheep.
yeah, that's right.
I'm not gonna lie, it was quite enjoying. You just turn the head, right hand side. Oh, there's 2 vipers. Oh, there's one. Oh, what? Just casually watch this missile go off the rail. Right.
Right, I'm still not hearing anybody on this. So why the fuck is that?
I'm just ignoring you.
I should be able to. Should be able to hear them by now.
What SR server is it?
SRS2, or server 2, which is the port 5003.
Yeah.
I can see we've got 6 clients that are up. And I'm monitoring 121.75, 133.
Yeah, 7 people. So we have a Hound, I think it's Pro 111, Squadron Lads, Razor, Ajax. That's not you, is it, Engines? Hound ETs.
What's that?
Where it says Hound EHT.
Yeah, that's not me. I don't know what that is.
That's right, I saw that earlier on. We were practicing. CW, what kind of bombs did you have in mind for this?
Someone just make a call on 175. I'm just going to mute on here. Do that again.
Radio?
Nope. I tested this with Buck yesterday to make sure it worked.
Lima Charlie 1275.
So somebody else is on that frequency, right?
Yeah, somebody else is here. There's actually 3 guys on 1275. 12175, sorry. So it is working, but not for you then.
Yeah. Is it? I've got.
I'll be up with it. Now I'll give it a check. Yeah, what was it yesterday? It wasn't working and it just started working.
It did, yeah. What's the coalition password? Is it the usual blue?
Yeah.
So I can't connect to. Shit.
Is someone on the? Are we talking about server 1?
No, server 2.
No.
Yeah, I can't connect to external AWACS mode. Is it because I've got DCS open?
No, you should be able to still use it.
Is the mission? Are we actually in the mission at the moment? Can we punch in stuff, or is this?
Yeah, go for it, go for it.
Ah, good.
Good, Abikin. Good.
Turn the shit off. No.
Is I've just reloaded LotATC engines, and I've just seen a chat saying ATC issues with SRS
Yeah,
connected,
that's-
but not getting the overlay working.
Yeah, that's me.
I can't actually get the floating map to show up. What's going on here?
Is it, do I need to do something on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Is that what it was?
And the magic begins. I fucked up the magic. Stop this. Close the program. Oh god, there's no stop button. It's like in what do you call it? Fantasia, when Mickey wants to stop. Yeah. Cool. With all the brooms flying by.
Are we
Yeah,
taking
thanks.
bags or not sealage?
To hit the tanker first, so
Right then.
All call signs, Cobblety ground, frequency now active 121.75.
Cobblety ground, chaos 2, reading you 5, that's what.
And reading you 5x5 also.
So we'll have to restart to get these kneeboards in. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I've got SRS working finally. It was a lot ATC thing.
Right. What code are you transmitting on, by the way, just so I can check in with you?
So I'm monitoring ground, tower, center, range. It's all those frequencies I gave you on your on that
Oh.
attachment. But I'll give you frequencies as I transfer you from service to service.
I'll be on 262. You on 262?
No, I'm on 133. I can listen to 262 actually.
Is that not the Cobblety frequency that is on the
I'm only listening to the VHF frequency.
133 on it?
Okay, I've got you on 262 as well.
Cobblety Tower section 1.
Saxon 1, you're on Cobblety ground frequency.
Cobble up the tower, Saxon on the radio check on 133.0.
Tower Saxon 1, Heavy Lima Charlie on 123.
I'm gonna just step out of DCS while waypoint editing does an input, just so I don't mess it up. I don't trust myself in the aircraft when that thing's going.
Oh. Should we spawn in Saxon, or where am I spawning?
Saxon, they're all at Cobbletti, so it's not a huge difference. It's just maybe 100 meters down the taxiway. Where
Get to the shit now.
gonna find the attack out for these tankers. Cool.
$50 FPS, Libby.
No, I put it back up to high draw distance, and now it's down to 40.
I would leave it at 50 then.
Medium.
Yeah, dude. I mean, in helicopters, it's not very nice to medium, but I think in
Aircraft is
fast
pretty
air,
good.
yeah, it's good enough.
I'm not restarting again.
Let's have a look at this map.
Yeah, so I found every time I open up DCS, SRS dumps all its settings and doesn't work anymore. So I've got to keep a DCS closed in order for SRS to work, which is annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying.
Unless, I guess I could try and disable the SRS mod.
Okay, I'm going for a slash while the magic is happening.
Nice.
Right, something's going wrong with this waypoint editor file. Because apparently waypoint 10 is in Grozny. Unless you guys want to fly to Chechnya.
No, I'm good.
I'm good. It's fine, we can eyeball it. We got knee boards, it'll be fine.
Right, kneeboards. Kubalati. Looking fine.
So, check what we got. Oh, we can manually change the target waypoint anyway, actually. That's easy enough. Where is target? Target 10. 4312 about 30. 0, there we go. 044. Yeah. You'll just need to manually change the, I think, Beslin waypoint.
Stand by.
Yeah, just change the beslin. I think I've got it as 45 easting instead of 44.
It needs to be 44.
Yeah, so waypoint 10, you check on your kneeboard, it just needs to be easting 44, 35, 20.
Hold on. Waypoint 10, come on. Waypoint 10 is 45 here, so we change to 44.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. This program is useful. God. All right.
Yeah, cool. That was just it. It's just waypoint 10 was off.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Here we go.
Is that there's a waypoint string somewhere?
Yes, in the briefing room, just above the Dropbox link. Everything in white.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's a string, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm.
And I'll give you the pleasure seat of leading this one.
Ah,
Delegation is the best.
Juju was a man who thought he was a woman. Get back. Back to where you once belonged. Okay, back. You need to change the waypoint. Waypoint 10.
What
Needs
about
to
waypoint
be-
10?
Longitude needs to be 44 instead of 45. No, hold on. I'm saying things that are not true. Stand by.
Waypoint 10 Beslan.
Yeah, it needs to be, longitude needs to be 45 instead of 44.
Longitude is currently 43.
Yeah, it'll just
44
save on
east.
the board. So the final few pages, you'll have a summary with the locations. So waypoint 10 needs to be 40, 43, 12, 30 by 44, 35, 20.
Oh, what? Waypoint 10,
44.
43, 12, 30, and then I have 45, 8, 20, but that's wrong altogether then?
So your easting is 45.
Yeah,
Your easting should be 44, 35, 20.
44, 35, 20.
I think they both round down to 90 just because of how DCS mimics curvature of the Earth.
44, 35, 20.
Should be 44, 35, 20.
Yeah, just double check whatever it says on the final page of your waypoint summary.
Oh, got it.
Mhm.
44, 35,
20.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so what's the deal? I'm taking what my okay, it's here, loadout. 3 Mark 82, Snake Eyes, 3 Mark 82.
4, 35, 20.
So we're taking Snake Eyes. Tons of Snake Eyes.
Tons of it.
Quality ground, Chaos Flight, 2F16, request taxi. Good evening.
Chaos Flight, clear taxi, runway 07 via Alpha, contact tower on 133.0.
Taxi 07 via Alpha and over the tower on 133.0, Chaos. Quality tower, Chaos Flight, ready for departure 07.
Chaos Flight, altimeter 29.33, runway 07, clear for takeoff. Chaos Flight, runway 07, altimeter 29.33, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, Chaos.
Chaos Flight, clear the class Delta, contact Tbilisi Center 135.125.
Chaos Flight going to Tbilisi Center on 135.125. Tbilisi Center, Chaos Flight.
Chaos Flight, Tbilisi Center, radar contact 12 miles northeast of Tbilisi. You're cleared as filed and advise when crossing to range.
Cleared as filed, will advise when, was that crossing the border, sorry?
Yeah, when crossing border into the Vodi range area.
Copy, Chaos Flight, cleared as filed, will call when crossing into the training range.
Section 1 radio checking 262.
Saxon Flight, Tbilisi Tower, we have you Lima Charlie on 262.
Air traffic control.
I'm also hot micing on a recording as well.
Oh.
Which okay
Mic
now.
is hot.
Yeah, not transmitting to these guys, but the mic, the only way I can record is by hot micing. It's okay. Tower Saxon Flight, have you Lima Charlie on 123.
Saxon Shakespeare, checking into 133. Saxon Shakespeare, Saxon Slippy checking in on 133. So Slippy, make sure on the MFD your TACAN is boxed. Then if you switch to A mode, make sure you're still into the X-ray mode and not Y mode. So not Yankee mode, but X-ray mode. After switching on my engine, I can see the TACAN. Roger.
Saxon Flight, Cobbletti Tower, keep your inter-flight communications on a separate frequency.
What is going to be our delivery, or like what we're setting our stores to drop as?
I've got mine on instant fuse 6 times multiples of 1008.
What are we actually attacking?
We're attacking the runway at Beslin or any of the adjacent structures.
Copy that. 6 and 4 confirming.
Cobbletti sends a chaos flight across the border.
Chaos Flight Center, copy, push, range frequency 124.8.
Go into 124.8 for chaos.
In CCIP mode.
Chaos 124.8 box 2, go. Range Chaos Flight with you.
Chaos Flight Vody range, have you Lima Charlie 124.8. Range is cold. You are clear to engage as fragged. Advise when IP inbound.
Range cold, cleared to engage as planned. Will advise when IP inbound. Chaos.
Yeah, copy that.
Contrails right above us.
Just quite quiet.
Who's this?
Radio check on 233.
Jesus.
To confirm that, better. 50 minutes.
Right, don't know.
2 seconds.
That's Alpha 50 remains.
Copy.
Safe him for the way back.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll have to request permission from engines to shoot him down.
Yeah, I'll be great. How's your starship speed? Can you go again? Section 4, how's your startup going? Section 4 is ready to take off. Sorry, ready for taxi. Go forward to the. Go forward when you're ready.
Cover. So,
Come. Pull your aircraft forward to the line when you're ready to taxi. Yeah, I moved forward. Copy.
Call it Tower Saxon Flight 4 ship Harriers request permission to taxi to runway 07.
Saxon flight cleared. Taxi, runway 07 via Sierra.
07 via Sierra, Saxon 1. Saxon flight taxi.
Shakespeare, your skin for crying out loud. I think you have the wrong guy here, dude. Section 4 taxi. Section 4. In the countermeasure programs, do you want to select B if you want to fire countermeasure from all pods? To fire from all pods, you change it to G. Right, G. Thank you.
Saxon flight Copoletti Tower, clear of takeoff, runway 07, winds calm, altimeter 29, decimal 33.
Saxon flight taking active 07 via Charlie.
Verdi range, Chaos flight is IP inbound for attack run 1 of 3.
Range, Chaos,
Saxon,
copy, continue.
I think 3. Wrong channel, sorry. Saxon 3, you may want to
check your payload. Your bombs don't look the same.
And 2's in trail at a probably the waypoint.
One copy.
What are we using for code leading, Trevor?
133 on 1.
One rifle.
Who's in the Harrier with the US Marine skin?
Yeah, that'll be me.
Can you do me a favor and check your bombs? It looks like one of the racks. It looks like your bombs aren't all the same.
Yeah, one confirms. CW is in particular mixing Mark 82 Slicks, Snake Eyes, and Airs.
Chaos on range, Delta Hotel.
While that's happening, the rear 2 Harriers, if you guys want to move to the left-hand side of the Marine fort and to the right-hand side of the lead.
Range Chaos, say again.
Last hit, direct hit.
Repeat that, Saxon 1.
Chaos 1 copy.
004, if you want to move left of the USMC Harrier, and if the Harrier in my 6 block can move to my right-hand side, and position yourself in arrow formation.
Chaos 2, Chaos 1, I'll fly through the IP and
Before we take off.
try and get back into battle.
Yeah, take off in formation. Because right now you're in the back glass of both the aircraft.
Have a little fiddle with the speed.
Okay, copy. I'll maintain a heading of 090 and climb back up to 10,000.
So you said you want me to go in front of C-Dub?
So whoever is the most rear aircraft, you just go onto the left-hand side of C-Dub like you're in A formation, and then the other aircraft moves to my right-hand side on my right, leading edge like we were in formation.
Slippy just on his right side, on number 1's right side. Yep, got it. I think we've taken the same aircraft number. I've taken 004 as well.
Smooth. How are we doing 3? We've got the right bombs. Saxon 1 ready.
Section 2 ready.
What's 2?
4.
Speed, Mach 0.71.
Probably left the tower, Saxon flying to Fortune Harriers, departing runway 07 before eastbound departure. 1 schooling.
If it's easy, I can do a 180 now.
Yeah, go.
4.
Okay, 180 for the south now. Chaos.
Saxon flight, Cobble Tower, you're clear across Delta, contact WC Centre 135.125.
Body range, Chaos Flight is IP inbound for a SAC run 2 of 3.
135.25.
Chaos Flight, continue.
2 visual, multiple targets.
Happy to push 135.5.
1 copy.
Was it decimal 5 or decimal 25?
Or maybe decimal 25.
Decimal 125.
Saxon flight push 135.125 on com 1. Saxon flight check-in.
Saxon 2 checking in.
3.
4.
1's rotating.
Sorry, 4.
Saxon flight to Tbilisi Centre, radar contact at 15 miles northeast of Kobaleti. Continue as filed and advise when entering the Vodi range.
We'll go Saxon 1.
Chaos Flight Vodi range, multiple hits.
Chaos Flight, copy.
Saxon flight push Arco 1 of 246 on com 2. That's 246 com 2.
Whoa, you're massive desync.
Do you spot a little bit of desync then?
Saxon flight check-in.
Saxon 2 checking in on 246.
And you leave a Charlie on 246.
You are desyncing for me. You did
Say again.
Speed check. Speed check is 285.
Chaos 2, Chaos 1, I'm getting you broken.
Saxon 4.
Yeah, you just... Send IP back.
Visual 2 aircraft on our 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock Cobalt.
Visual. Saxon 1 is visual with Arco 1 turning port 90 degrees.
Chaos 2, Chaos 1.
Odds are they're going to start.
Saxon 1, Saxon 3, speed check.
288. We'll hold at 300. So I believe our tanker is the
body range, Chaos Flight is off, and just be advised, I think that Chaos 2 has had technical issues and disconnected.
Okay, Chaos Flight, body range, copy. Are you egressing south or are you staying in?
Chaos Flight is off the range now, no more attack runs, egressing out of the trading range, but just be advised that Chaos 2 appears to have disconnected.
Okay, copy, reference Chaos 2, contact center 135.125 when you are clear of the range.
Over to center on 135.125, once clear of the range, Chaos.
Yeah, you're desyncing quite a bit from me.
Okay. When it happens, try and log the time just so we can let Raisin know so he can have a look at the scripting. So if you ever get a moment of desync, try and just memorize what your HUD time is just so we can mark it down, let Raisin know so we can debug it.
Saxon 2, take the port.
Yeah, take the port.
Can someone confirm the tanker should be on 44 X-ray?
45 X-ray.
Negative. It's 45 actually. Remind me which tanker this is.
The one that gives you fuel.
Is it Arco or Texaco or?
Oh, this one is Arco 11. It's just the top one on the tanker menu.
Yeah, glide level.
Chaos Flight in cleared the range contact to BC Sentinel 135.125.
Chaos Flight going to 135.125, thanks. Cobblers, you sent Chaos Flight is now 1 F-16 with you.
Chaos Flight, radar contact altimeter 29.33, fly direct POTI, descend 5,000.
Direct POTI, descend 5,000 Chaos.
Saxon 2, if you want to make the pre-contact call first, so you can get your boom extended, and then I'll make mine afterwards.
2.
Really going to have to push up to pre-contacts.
Is the home plate kneeboard all wrong? Because none of the frequencies are working for me.
Yeah.
Couple of ground clears.
45 X-ray mode. It's working
Chaos,
slightly heavier.
Cobleti ground go.
Yeah, the tech end's working. What about the frequency?
Chaos
of
2
the tech end?
on the 8 from this next Delta QNX 29.33 repair taxi, 107.
Clear taxi runway 07 via Sierra.
125.
07 by Sierra.
Yeah, that should be it.
Tanker frequency is 246.
Oh yeah, fuck. Of course.
And Chaos 2 is going to make a northerly departure to hook up again with Chaos 1, request an intersection departure and immediately.
Okay, push tower 133 Chaos Flight, stand by for vector.
1230, Bravo, Chaos.
Chaos flight, Chaos 2, Cobbledy Tower, cleared for immediate departure runway 07. On departure, make left turn to heading 300. Chaos 1 is currently southbound, heading direct POTI.
Good immediate takeoff after departure, left 10, heading 300, copy, Chaos 1 location, thanks.
Chaos 1 to Tbilisi Center.
Tbilisi Center, Chaos 1, pass your message.
Chaos 2 is currently lining up, departing from Cobblety. He's got vectors to intercept you at POTI. Keep your eyes out.
Understood, thank you, Chaos 1.
Whoa, what the hell just happened?
Well, that was a bit of bullshit, you think? Did everyone else get that?
Yeah. Yep.
Chaos 1, Chaos.
Chaos 2, Chaos 1, go.
Chaos 2 is airborne, I've got you on radar.
Second one's fueled up, it's going to hold starboard side.
Copy, Chaos 1 is direct POTI, 5,000 feet.
Copy that, got you both.
Saxon's 3 and 4 if you want to push up and refuel once Saxon 2.
Double tower, Chaos 2 is airborne, I've got radar contact with Chaos 1 and confirm.
Chaos 2, copy, push center frequency 135.125.
125, Bravo,
Chaos Flight, Tbilisi Center, clear for visual approach via Black Sea North entry to Cobblety 07.
Cleared via the
What's your current frequency on box?
135.125. Cleared for 07 by the Black Sea entry, Chaos.
Speech.
Oh
420.
god. Can this thing kill me when it does that?
Yeah, for a second. Saxon, can you confirm which side port you're going for?
Port side.
Chaos Flight, contact Cobblety Tower 133.0.
133.0 Chaos Flight. Chaos 2, 133.0 on box 2, go. Cobblety Tower, Chaos Flight, with you on the Black Sea entry to 07.
Chaos Flight, Cobbletti Tower. Continue for runway 07 via Black Sea North entry. You're cleared for right hand brake. Winds calm, altimeter 29.33.
Continue and clear for right hand brake for runway 07 Chaos.
How much time is 7 o'clock-ish?
Yeah, copy. Try and push up to the 8 o'clock. I'm trying to push up to the 4 o'clock.
6 and 4.
I think I saw some desync then.
Yeah, saw that well. Push it, push it.
And just confirm you're on 133.0 on box 2.
Chaos Flight, Cobbletti Tower, clear to land runway 07, take first available right hand taxiway and contact ground.
Clear to land, Chaos. Chaos initials. Chaos brake land.
Just suck it in.
Chaos 1 final, get down.
Visual.
Chaos 2 finals.
This one case 2, I'm gonna be really heavy, so that
One copy. Chaos 1 is on slow side, right.
moving into the second position.
Chaos 1 Tower, take taxiway Charlie, contact ground 121.75.
Vacating right and over to ground on 121.75, Chaos 1.
No pressure shakes.
Ground, Chaos 1, with you at Charlie.
Chaos 1, continue to taxi via Sierra to southeast ramp, and that's it. Sorry, disregard last via Foxtrot to southeast ramp.
Chaos 5 on with
Chaos 1, taxi via Sierra to southeast ramp.
Oh my god, the fuck. Horrible, isn't it?
Well, I genuinely thought that was going to be an explosion.
Was I alone with that desync?
No.
Nope.
Good gracious. I thought I was going mad for a second there. It's like, I'm not moving right. Full stick deflection. God damn it.
Okay, cool. Shall I have a debrief in Discord?
What the fuck?
Cobblety ground, Chaos Flight is shutting down. Thanks for the control.
All very welcome to them.
Yeah, every time it's desync, I'm just launching flares, so it's easy to look and tap you, or it's easy to promote.
I'm getting destroyed out here. It's really weird because when it's happening, like I feel like I'm doing something wrong, so I'm adjusting, and it takes a half a second before I realize it's a desync. It's really awkward.
Yeah, copy. One's going to jump on to do a bit of tanking. Two on the main formed up. What's your fuel state?
Force got 6-9, he's aborting his return. It's fine.
Copy. Right. Let's head northbound. Saxon flight 000.
'Heading to 000, turning port to 000.
Negative, starboard, starboard. Four, 3 is in your right, 2 o'clock high.
Visual.
Okay, Saxon flight push 801, common 233 on com 2. Saxon flight check-in.
2,
3.
4.
Right, so it must be. So what do we want to do? Because we want to head to the other side of Georgia to start this op. And the time is 10:30, so what do you guys want to do?
Proceed.
Okay, happy days. Right. Head to waypoint 5 at 085 for 100. We'll climb to Angels 28 and maintain 0.7 Mach. Is the intention just to hit the runway, or is there anything specific on the airbase that we're targeting?
I think the intention was the runway denial. Yeah, so the running line from IP to the airfield should be at about 30 degrees to the runway vector.
Roger that. Leveling off at 28. And accelerating at 102 RPM to Mach 0.7.
Could you answer your text, please?
Say again?
No, it's okay. Just joking.
Do you hear the ping from my phone?
Yeah.
We can indeed.
Don't worry, it's just my friends all going out without me because I'm in isolation. No need to cry.
Three, your board's out.
plan was from the tanker track to go to waypoint 3, descending as if we were going to make a approach and landing at that airbase, and then when we were low enough, transition to low level nav, turning north to cross the border.
Okay, copy. Right, we'll start making our way then to waypoint 3, and we'll follow that plan. So turn to waypoint 3 at 106. Maintain altitude and speed.
Repeat last, sorry.
Make you a new heading, waypoint 3.
What speed are you at?
072 dropping to 07.
Copy.
The most annoying song has just come into my head, and I can't get it out.
Which one?
Do you remember that stupid song, the Thong Song? Stupid! Very stupid. It's fantastic. I'm sure one of the lyrics sounded like, she dumps like a truck, truck, truck. Thighs like what?
how friendly fire occurs.
But why would they turn on? She dumps like a truck. She takes shits bigger than mine.
Right, we're going to slightly cut the corner, so in a couple of minutes we'll start descending. Once at the low radar, we'll turn for waypoint 5 when we're nearly 90 degrees onto it. Three, one. You okay back there?
Infant.
Can anyone ID the aircraft at 10 o'clock?
I haven't actually, it's a multi-engine though. Big.
It's not a tank because it's too high, and it's not an AWAC, so I'm not getting the free signal.
You contact centre and ask if they've got a track ID.
It looks like a Hercules.
Alright.
Oh well. Right, this Saxon flight start descending at 10 degrees, maintain 0.7 mark.
Saxon flight, Tbilisi Centre, contact range at 124.8. Saxon flight, Vodie range. Saxon flight, Vodie range.
For you, vision.
Four's got vision on 1 and 3.
Saxon Flight Rody range.
Sector 1, call Pody range 124 decimal 8.
124 decimal 8. Saxon 1 checking in on 124 decimal 8.
Saxon 1 Verdi range, have you descending low level? Can you say intended target?
decimal 8, is that one?
Just stand by. It's Pody range and we're nowhere near it.
Uh, 3-1 is waypoint 5 at the beginning of that valley to my left.
Saxon Flight range control. Say again, what's your intended target?
Saxon Flight, start making turning to 1018. Saxon Flight target is Beslan Airbase.
Copy Beslan Air Base. Range is cold, continue as fragged advisement IP inbound.
Will advise at IP inbound Saxon 1. Saxon Flight, make new airspeed 360 knots.
Didn't catch that, Section 1, this is Section 2.
Saxon Flight will be breaking to pairs 1 and 2, 3 and 4 as we traverse down this valley.
You're probably not going to be able to maintain battle out that far in the valley. You're better to come back into arrow.
2. Section 1, this is Section 2.
Go for 1.
What is the desired speed again?
360.
Down count. Section 1, this is 2, just swap sides.
Yeah, visual, I think we've gone down different valleys, so just continue on route. Should emerge in a minute.
And we just ripped down the wrong valley.
I'm just going to hook over the top and join you.
Got visual on you.
Visual 2, know your starboard. Two valley, your right hand side.
2 is visual.
One's forming up starboard side of valley.
What's the next waypoint number?
Waypoint 7. We're about to cross waypoint 7, so our next waypoint is waypoint 8, which is the 90-degree bend before the IP.
Copy. 7 is the border, so fencing in.
Three is 4 speed.
Is that one just doing an aileron roll?
One seems to be on your rear right hand side, free.
This is 2, I've got visual on you, 1, I'm to your port.
Copy. We've become a free ship.
Well, you're moving left.
2 continue on, that's 3. 1 is entering this valley on the right.
Okay, good visual.
4, you visual on 3?
I do. I'm to your high 9, 10.
Copy.
Lost visual again, 1.
valley, just looking around this hill.
2, come right 90 degrees. We're getting separated here. 1, can you pop?
One shot flares.
Lost visual.
Yeah, 2 and 4 I think are off to our left by a couple of miles.
2, you just follow the line over the hill.
Negative 4 still on your 7 o'clock. 2 is the only one who took a left turn instead of a right.
Yeah, visual 2. 2, do a quick right hand turn, and I'll join up. Stability
Where am I in
control,
relation to you?
Saxon flight, 9 miles to IP.
Saxon flight range control, copy, continuous frag, you are cleared hot, advise when egressing.
2, turn left now. 2, 1 is passing port side, form up in battle. 420 knots. Right, we seem to be a little bit off when we're heading. I'll look at standby. Yeah. 2, standby for 30-degree right hand turn. 3, 2, 1, turn.
Well, sinking.
Degree turn, go.
Distance to the target.
Saxon 1 is overhead target imminently. We have a target.
Visual.
Saxon 1, Saxon 2, range control, Delta Hotel, runway Beslan.
1's off, egressing 102 RPM, 0.11.
Saxon 3, range control, Delta Hotel, Beslan runway.
Force off.
And 1 aircraft, no release.
Three's fine. Three's visual.
Saxon flight. Range control, be aware range is active. Range is active.
Saxon 2, are you visual of the valley at 190?
Saxon 2 has visual.
If you fly the left hand side of the valley, I'll fly the right hand side. Maintain a 100 RPM.
2.
Saxon flight range control, pop-up group 000 for 50 knots, altitude unknown, aspect unknown. Second group at 330, 75 nautical miles at Angels 24, turning hot.
Yeah, we've got a Brackle from AWEX. Target 75 miles, turning hot. 4, are you visual with 3?
Continue on exfil, this should get us in the mountains.
4 didn't copy 3, go ahead.
You visual on 3?
Roger, 8 o'clock. You're 8 o'clock.
Copy. Four, what's your fuel state?
4 is at 3,500. 3.5.
Copy, 3 is 3.2. I'm starting to lose visual on the leading pier, so if you could take the lead on there, because I've got no waypoints to get us home.
Current waypoint is 200 degrees for 23 miles.
3.
2 is blind.
One visual on 2, I'm just at your 4 o'clock, continue to exfil.
2, seen.
Follow the valley to the right hand side.
2. 4, you fly my wing.
Saxon flight range control, air threats
Sorry,
no
3, you
factor,
fly my
air
wing.
threats no factor.
to immediate left-hand turn up the river.
Sorry, say again, 4?
I'm trying to stay in combat, in battle, but are you flying my wing?
Yeah, usually.
Sorry for that, Roger. We are chasing each other's tails. Climbing, 15-degree angle, and don't have visual on the mountain.
3.
It's pulling up to 360 knots for now.
Saxon Flight Range Control, you'll clear the range. Contact Tbilisi Center 135.125. Have a good day.
.420 knots, let's say that.
Yeah, 3's best.
Saxon 2, Saxon 1. Saxon 1 is now Angels 13, heading 190 at 360 knots.
Saxon 1, Saxon 2 is settled on your port side.
There's your port side. Let's climb a little bit above this cloud layer, so we'll make it Angels 18.
Saxon Flight Tbilisi Center.
Go for Saxon.
Saxon Flight radar contact 34 miles northwest of Gori. Turn
3,
right heading
correction 4. 3,
240.
I've still got my load on, so I'm a bit heavier. Can't accelerate as much.
Understood. It's coming down to 360 knots.
Say again, Central.
Radar contact 30 miles northwest of Gori. Turn
Switching
right
back on.
240 and fly direct Poti.
Right 240.
Come right.
Saxon Flight, make heading 240.
2 copies.
Saxon Flight Range is intention to RTB Kobuleti, or are you getting gas?
Negative. Negative. Request vectors to nearest airbase.
Stand by. Nearest airbase will be Kutaisi. Turn right, maintain 240. Kutaisi is 54 nautical miles.
Turning right 240.
Come right 240. Saxon 1, Saxon 4, what is your altitude?
1 is the Angels 14 through cloud layer. Climbing to Angels 16.
Angels 15. Saxon 1, Saxon 4, be advised. Saxon 3 and Saxon 4 are currently blind on Saxon 1.
Copy, standby. 2-1, the one's going to level out here.
Saxon 4 leveling up.
Tbilisi control, Saxon Flight.
3, look at your level of 11 o'clock.
Bearing for Saxon 3 to Saxon 1.
Stand by, and we'll get bearing. Saxon 3 Tbilisi control for flight turn 20 reference 200 for 11 nautical miles. Recommend you turn 220 for intercept.
Bring it down 360 knots. 360 knots.
Saxon 3, do you hear Tbilisi control?
Neil, I haven't got them up. Range cleared us off. I think it was 2135.125. I'll listen in.
Yeah, copy. Saxon 1 and 2 are heading to Katesi, TACAN 44 X-ray, runway inside. Tbilisi control, Saxon 1 visual, Katesi runway, please advise of the active.
Contact tower 134.0, they'll get you the details.
Saxon 1 to Saxon 4, we are currently about 4 nautical miles to your 4 o'clock. Do you want us to rejoin before we recover?
Negative. Just make a descent and approach to Katesi at your flight lead. 2 on the descender, 5
3,
degrees.
did you copy that in?
Saxon flight push 134 for Katesi Tower.
134. Saxon flight check-in.
Saxon 2. Saxon 4. Saxon 4.
3.
Saxon flight cleared visual approach runway 25, cleared for left brake, advise initials.
Copy, 25 active. I'm just going to bring us down and left a little bit and put us on a better heading.
Saxon 1, Saxon 4, what is your current airspeed?
We're currently about 440 in the descent.
Speeding up 460 in the descent.
Saxon 3 and 4, just make during landing after us.
4. Saxon 1, this is Saxon 2, swapping side to your right hand side for the left hand brake.
1. Tbilisi Tower, Saxon 1, 2 ship Harrier flight, 10 miles, east initials for runway 25.
Saxon 1 flight Katesi Tower, runway 25, clear to land, winds calm, altimeter 29.33.
Are you heavy to lead through the break?
4.
Can you just give me some airspeed so I can catch up?
460 knots currently. And descending. Do you have visual?
Anything, I just don't have the overtake. If you can bring it back to 360 for the break, I'll be able to catch up.
Roger down. Coming down. Katesi Tower, this is Saxon 4, 2 ship coming for landing runway 25.
Saxon 4, Kutaisi Tower. You are number 2 to land, runway 25, winds calm, altimeter 29.33.
Saxon flight in the break.
Saxon 2 in the break. Saxon 3, you here?
Yeah, just positioning.
Right, set on my port side. Actually, no, starboard side.
DC.
Saxon 4, Kutaisi Tower. Clear to land, runway 25.
Saxon 4 on the break.
Three's on the break.
Saxon 1 at 90.
Saxon 2 in the 90.
Saxon 1, Kutaisi Tower. Take taxiway Bravo, contact ground on 134.1.
Saxon 4 in the 90. Saxon 4 in the 90.
Saxon 1, contact ground 134.1.
Saxon 1 checking in.
6 and 3 in the 90.
Take right taxiway November and park
Saxon 4 in the
ramp north.
Groovish.
Right hand.
Six and 4 in the group.
Saxon 2 cleared runway. Saxon 4, that's right.
Saxon 4, contact ground 134.1.
Saxon 2 checking in 134.1.
Saxon 2, take right on taxiway November, park on north ramp alongside Saxon 1.
Saxon 4 checking into 1341, leaving the runway.
Saxon 4, flight 2 Harriers, taxi to North Ramp via Bravo and November.
Saxon flight clear of the exit.
Good gracious, that was some recovery.
Yeah, 6 and 1, I think 3 and 4 have ended up on a different apron to you, or have you logged out?
Saxon 3 ground, it looks like your wingman are already in the bar.
Copy.
Saxon 4 swing down.
3.
Saxon 4 off the net.
That was a long old flight, boys.
Was indeed.
That was, yeah, that was a long.
Shambles.
Absolute shambles. To be fair, that is probably the best way to describe that. That was a shambles, but oh well. I guess it's what happens when you take a break for such a while.
What was it? It was just you all felt a bit rusty.
I think everything was a shambles.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, wasn't properly planned and briefed, and that that was on me. And then I had to reinstall everything on my computer just to get everything in the right drives, etc. And found that I hadn't mapped my pickle button over the runway.
I did wonder.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I was going, no, everything's good. I'm a near to ground. It's all instantaneous. 8 bombs, 4 pylons. It's gonna go well. And I was like, nah, what's happening? Nah, bugger.
I think, to be fair, everything I think just went a bit up in the air.
Yeah.
In almost every essence, over from 30 plus minutes to take off. Mess it on the runway. Our interceptor tanker was a mess. The tanking was a mess, but that was mostly desync. Then there was the formation throughout. It was everything from the greater plan to the minute skills and drills was just a shambles. So
Good times.
fine. Honestly, yeah, it's
I think that's a fair assessment.
yeah, everything, just every essence was a shambles.
And you were being bounced from frequency to frequency for the first time.
When you said change
I love-
frequency on the ground, I was like, I swear to God, one more frequency change, I'm cutting them off.
I could see that you were definitely getting to your saturation point by the fact that you just were going quiet for a lot of the time.
I was just there like, no.
Hey, before we kick this off, I'm not aware of the recent updates, but did they change something about the flight model? For some reason, she feels a lot more floaty and wobbly.
It might be the wind on this on home plate. Like if you look at so when I was descending at the runway, I felt like I wasn't making any. I was trying to slightly align myself, and I was like, I feel like I was staying on the same angle, but that's because I was perfectly flying into the wind, so I actually was. But yeah, when you're going up and down the valleys, you definitely feel quite buoyant is a good way of putting it. Like you do seem to kind of like bounce around a bit, and you're like, excuse me, like you do feel like you're slightly riding the waves.
But you reckon it's due to crosswinds and shit?
In my in-depth knowledge of actually flying aircraft up and down valleys and wind, I don't know.
There is a turbulence variable in here, which does have an effect at low level, particularly in the valleys. I don't think they're modelled like you're not getting leeward and windward effects and all of that sort of stuff. But you definitely do feel like you're getting bounced about.
I mostly notice it when we're trying to regroup at the tanker and obviously the tanking itself procedure. I felt just like a little bit more, buoyant than usual.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I've not been flying for quite a while.
I would say turn your flaps to cruise because I think auto does slightly have a little bit of a difference. So you might get that slight infliction from the flap adjustment. So I just stick into cruise.
I think that's a NATOPS procedure for tanking.
I think it was either UC that was Shorty that told me to do that when I first started tanking because I think the first time I ever tanked was with a group and it was like, oh, hit the tanker, and I'm like, excuse me, you fucking what? Never done this before.
Yeah, it makes a difference. I think you're allowed to use Stovall flaps and cruise flaps. You're not allowed to use auto flaps, but if you're ever in a position that you're going so slow that you need Stovall flaps to refuel, something's probably gone wrong.
So what we're saying is, mid-deployment shits and giggles, we're going to do a KC-130 refueling at 120 knots.
Yeah.
Did you all get gas? I wasn't really able to pay attention to everybody, but it looked like most of you managed to connect.
I think everyone did eventually, because there's some excellent photo opportunities that I was like, oh, this would be great. Oh, wait, some degenerate here is flying in a USLC scheme, so I can't post it because otherwise we're getting shit for it.
If you open the track file, oh no, because you're not going to be able to do it like that.
It was a screenshot.
Yeah.
And my photoshopping skills aren't that good.
No, you just got an exchange officer for a day. I mean, so you all left the tank, the tanker with a full load, right? Or did you?
Because it took a while, but I got fuel.
Okay.
I think everyone but Shakes, but at this point, because every time he almost got close, the desync was like, huh?
Yeah.
I think at this point, Shakes was like disconnected and made the right call, going, I chase this tanker and get enough fuel, but it'll be tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I felt like it was turning left forever as well.
It really does. So when I formed up on the right side, I was like, oh, okay, it's straightened up now. I'll adjust, and then all of a sudden it hadn't, and I was like, fuck off.
You also took
when it knows it's got kicks in tow, it does this really shallow turn. If it's just at the end of its normal tanker trunk, it will do quite a steep turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it does different angles of bank depending on whether it knows there's
Wow,
aeroplane
AI.
trying to hang on to the hose.
Clever.
I was
Slippy, do not put DCS AI and clever in the same sentence. That's just wrong.
So you also had to backtrack a really long way because you disconnected just at the end of its westernmost point.
Yeah.
So you had to track another 100 miles out to the east to get to your ingress run. You did cut the corner a little bit, I think, from what I could. I was listening to your interflight where I could. It sounds like you did try and cut the corner a bit. Is that right?
Yeah. So CW's kind of like principle stealth was like a solid plan, but we realised I was like, oh, we can just obviously because we've doglegged for so long, and for the sake of just getting this over with, I was like, oh, we can just cut like 50-mile dogleg out, but we'll keep the principle of descending towards the runway, and then we'll just, as soon as we're kind of behind the mountains, do a 90 left.
So I actually lost you as you were going through the valleys. I think you popped up kind of around here. You can see that.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah. Simulates line of sight.
Yeah, so what it does is if it's got a good track, it will give you a vector on the target. If it doesn't have a good track, it will just like, if it thinks it's seeing something, it will just give you a little blue dot. So there are a couple of occasions like towards the beginning and a couple of occasions towards the end when I saw you, but it wasn't until you were out in the plains that I got you again. So I know you said that, or I know you had some issues there, but you seem to get everybody back together again pretty effectively. That's positive.
Yeah, so not everything went wrong there, but because that went wrong, but we salvaged this one, realised. Look at that.
I genuinely looked to my left window. I was like, "Fuck it, they're going everywhere. I don't care anymore." This was a 5 second of fuck it. They can fly around like TIE fighters for all I care. We can just swarm the enemy. And then I saw everyone kind of getting back together, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I've just got to find one person now." And then luckily Slippy just took the easy to spot like high route, and I was like, there he is. He was.
The calls to get him back in tow were really good. I was watching that. That was really effective.
Well, I told him to do I think I told him to do a circle, and he did the correct thing. If he'd done a circle, it would have gone tits up. So Slippy went on there.
No, you told me go left and then go right.
So
this is very confusing.
Yeah, so I was going to ask about this because I was guessing CW wanted to come in at a 30-degree offset. Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so because
or at least like a 10 to 15 degree, I guess. I didn't have that sort of detail when I was putting the waypoints in.
Okay. Yeah, because you were on a good track to kind of cut the runway, and especially if you maintain battle, you'd have one guy kind of cutting the first third, and then the other guy cutting the second third, or the last third, if that makes sense. You would have come in parallel across it, not parallel across it, but update.
Yeah.
I was watching number 3 here, like, oh god, this is such a bad.
Yeah.
So, who almost went for a full-on?
Who we got?
Trying to do a Harkin and then blow yourself. I think you're lucky that pickle button not working might have saved somebody here.
Hey, but I pickled, but where are the blasts? So you cannot see the blasts, of course.
You can't see the bombs drop.
I've got some video of it.
Somebody does. There we go.
Oh.
Oh.
But if C-Dub had dropped his bombs, Shakespeare, you would be. You'd be on heaven's doorstep.
I was watching him the entire time, like, okay, he's not gonna blow, drop him in front of my face.
He wouldn't do that to me.
I would have pulled off, but nothing really happened. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just drop mine.
I will
side of the road.
C-Dub was after your missus when she gets widowed after.
I noticed that you all dropped relatively short lines. You could have spaced them out way further, unless that was the plan. Was it to do segments?
So
no plan.
No. So this is the dumb thing that I've also now just realised. C-Dub mentioned a 30-degree offset, so I was like, it's a short stroke. So I went a short burst for that short bit across the runway, because we're not flying down it. But then halfway through this mission, when I went, we need to go on runway heading and balls up C-Dub's plan, I didn't take that into account. So I planned for doing the mission planned, and then mid-mission I went, fuck it, I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Okay. So basically, if you did what C-Dub told you, everything would have been fine.
Or left.
So Harry did. Oh god.
So yeah, C-Dub. Four.
Yeah, I think Shakespeare may have died. If the Dubmeister dropped the bombs.
At least we didn't bomb the wrong airbase.
Hey.
Can we have a quick look at the interceptor tanker? I know it's going a long way back. I want to see how, like, it just. I was flying and I was like, oh god, this is going to be horrendous. And we end up basically just flying. Like, if you keep note all the way back to the point where they turn south while we're turning north in this, and we cut right between the two of them. It was a horrendous intercept. It was more or less a head-to-head.
Yeah.
Without the
I was screaming like loudly, like, what's going on here? And you're head on with a fucking.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate timing that just as you thought, right, I need to pull in behind them, that they started their turn as well.
Yeah.
I realised also when I was flying at them, I was like, oh, what are my angels? It was like, it was about 10 feet above Angels 2-3, and I was like, great. So I'm still well within like the rudder of the tanker. If it clips me, like we could easily collide. So I just put the slightest bit of pressure, and I was like, 60 feet's good enough for a tanker clearance. You know, it was a 1,000-foot bubble.
It worked out.
After a 20-minute chase, which probably used up all the fuel time for the others. Oh yeah, you can see the other tanker.
So you made a call at one point on Interfight about a C-130. That was the where did you do that? It's further back.
In Eland?
Yeah, that was the Eland.
Yeah, here.
That was him.
There we go. That's what it was.
Wait, sorry, what was it?
It's the. I don't know if you watched it. So basically, it's a script that Razor found is implemented, and that me and him tested. And it basically a Moose, I think, module, so to speak, and it basically reports radar contacts when they pop up. So if a radar emits or is caught emitting, you basically get kind of like a GCI call out going, hey, there's a radar of this category here, go blow it up. But the fact is, it doesn't just tell you exactly where it is, it cross-references the angle from multiple ELINT sources. So that C-130 and the E3, I believe, work in tandem. And the more sources you have, the more accurate your triangulation is. But basically, it gives you a rough idea of where SAM sites are. So when we do SAM, like dead seed missions in the future, they won't just be like, hey, here's a SAM site here, go blow it up. It'll be us flying around an area going, where is this SA-11? Hopefully for it not to spring below us and kill us. But then when it does, we'll get actual reports of where it is.
That's cool.
I think Razor uploaded the video for it. It's worth a watch, actually. It's quite cool.
There was another very funny incident where 3 gave me the lead, but I wasn't understanding we were still in a combat formation. 3 gave a lead to number 4. That's like around waypoint 1, because he didn't have the coordinates in his nav coordinates for the route waypoints. And then we were basically chasing each other, because I thought we were still maintaining separation, and he was coming towards flying my wing, and I was separating, so it just flew. It was, I think, almost 180 before I recognized, oh fuck, I'm supposed to take charge here. That was funny.
I did see that. That did make me chuckle.
Yeah.
That was good.
Just my only comment or question is, with the landing, we're doing a nozzles 50 landing. Are we still applying the far side left move to the slow side for the vacation? I think the two in front of me were landing on the center line, slowing down on the center line, which if I had a brake failure or couldn't slow down, then it would leave me with limited room to avoid.
Yeah, I think.
The grass is for an ejector seat. No, I didn't. Is that an actual thing then? So so you land, and then as soon as you start kind of you know, your brake once everything starts working, slow down, you move over to the left hand side.
When so if you're doing a stream landing, like we did, especially if we, the two pairs we were one division.
Yeah.
Then the opposite side to the taxiway that you're going to get out of would be nominated the fast side, and you all land on the fast side. And then as you check that your brakes are working, you're going to slow down all right, and then you just drift across to the slow side. And then you vacate the runway at whatever taxiway. And that allows anyone behind, if they touch down on the fast side and they have to go around or their brakes fail and they can't slow down, it just gives them that half of the runway to zoom on past and run off the end of the runway.
Yeah, I mean, I try and practice that when I'm with people, but it kind of depends on knowing where you're going to be and which side that you're likely to end up taxiing on. So there's if you're talking to a tower like you were today, you could have asked, which side will be departing the runway. And you can plan on that. But yeah, no reason why you can't do that.
But even on the the initials, you can see the runway and where the taxiway is.
Yeah.
So you can say, okay, in the brake, fast side left or something.
Yeah, I guess we could come up with an SOP for that.
Hey, but sorry for that approach, because I was all over the place. My buttons were not helping me and getting stuck and shit, so sorry for that.
I think that entire flight from everyone is just, we won't talk about it.
Pretend it never happened.
What happens on the 31st of July happened on the 31st of July. Or on the 1st of August for CW.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, chaps, I'm going to have to bail. But, lots of lessons to learn. I've got to remap a lot of my buttons I've discovered.
So I love how you're about to say, "Oh, cheers for that. It was fun," and then you're like, "Yeah, cheers for that."
It was fun. It was fun. It was eye-opening. It was reminding. There's a lot of memory recall came in, going, "Oh shit, that hasn't happened."
Yeah, pinches me. So now that the summer sesh is winding down, oh well. But yeah, I'm going to jump off as well because it's hot.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
All right,
See you
guys around.
Bye.
Catch you later.